The sarcophagus of Lars Pulena looks like a sarcophagus for Jabba the Hutt. I mean, let's be honest here. There are some similarities. But it is actually carved out of tufa once again, so that local stone. And what we're seeing is a depiction of a learned man. The relief on the front shows how the deceased in the underworld, flanked by a series of demons, giving this impression of running a gauntlet or judgment in the afterlife. And it seems that he managed to successfully make the journey through this judgment and into the afterlife. Above, the deceased is shown reclining with a somber expression, which contrasts with the earlier happy-go-lucky figures that we saw before. Nonetheless, we have a very proud man. Before him, as I bring up my pen, because I don't have a laser when I'm doing this online, we know, for example, that he is literate, which there aren't that many literate people. Even though we're in early Rome, late Etruscan, it's still something that people are going to be particularly proud of. Much like the seated scribe in Egypt, you will notice that he has a belly, that he seems to be a little bit bigger. This is indicative of wealth and status, that he would have access to excess calories. Then we have the appearance, or his appearance itself. He doesn't look young. This isn't what we typically see from, for example, the Greeks or earlier in the Etruscan. Instead, he's picking up a Roman tradition that we'll be dealing with early in the next chapter called verism, this idea that one shows wisdom through the depiction of age. All of this goes to basically show off who he was. He wants to tell future generations, hey, I was smart, I could read and write, I was well off, and I was quite wise. These are messages we tend to send today, although we tend to do it through epitaphs, through short writing on a tombstone or something like that. But here they're doing it through visual means. And it is reminiscent of another possible tomb that you could imagine. The idea of the emperor. Maybe it's not Jabba the Hutt, maybe it's the emperor's, Emperor Palpatine's tomb. We don't know what happened to that body. It just disappears. And I've never seen anything past A New Hope, so I have no idea what happens.